Hi, my name is Sarah Knipe, and I am a dental hygiene student at UT Health San Antonio. Today I will be demonstrating flossing OHI instructions for my Preventative Instruction Care Plan Final. My case study is Mr. William Johnston. After reviewing Mr. Johnston's disclosing index pictures, I decided to teach him flossing because he had plaque covering pretty much every tooth, mesial and distal surface. I also decided to use a Grip It as his OPT aid. It comes in this package. It was $5 on Amazon. I think if you don't have Prime, it's an extra $2 in shipping. But I chose a Grip It for him because it's easy to hold. It's actually really lightweight. It comes with 50 yards of floss in it, and you can replace it when it's empty. You can use wax or unwaxed floss. This one has waxed floss. But he complained about his hands being too big to floss. So I thought this would be a good tool for him to use to make flossing easier. So Mr. Johnson, you mentioned that you like to play basketball because it not only keeps you physically active, but it also improves your overall health. And what if I told you that flossing and oral hygiene routines was a lot like playing basketball? If it is okay with you, I would like to give you some instructions and recommendations that'll help you win the game and improve your overall oral health. So flossing and brushing is the defense part of the basketball game, and you have to play defense from the opposing team in order to win the game. The opposing team is gingivitis and periodontitis, and so you should never forget that although offense sells tickets, defense wins the game. So why do we floss? We floss because food debris gets stuck down in your sulcus, which is the space between your gums and your teeth. So this space right here. We need to remove that every day because it can cause infection and inflammation, bleeding, which can lead to the development of gingivitis, and then if that proceeds, then it will lead to periodontitis. On this flip chart, this is the healthy teeth and gums. You see the probe only goes so far, there's no inflammation, no redness, the tooth has a healthy bone structure, the teeth look nice and pretty. On this next page, this is gingivitis. So this is red and inflamed gums. Although the bone has not, there's no bone loss, this will cause irritation and leave you feeling not as well. And then this is early periodontitis. So gingivitis is curable. That's why we want to fight infection now. And then once you develop bone loss and periodontitis, that is not curable, and it's just something you have to maintain. So with periodontitis, you also have inflammation, and then you start to have bone loss there. And then this is moderate periodontitis. You see how the bone loss is more. And then this is advanced periodontitis. See how the bone loss is almost halfway down the root to the apex. This is something you want to avoid if you won't plan on keeping your teeth for a long time. So it's very important that we learn proper oral hygiene now to prevent that from occurring. So currently your plaque index scale is at 60%, and you have pocketing, which is any measurement over 3. And so here you have, the deepest pocket you have is currently 5 millimeters with bleeding. So that's what this looks like compared to normal gums. So you see that difference. So we want to go ahead and go over some flossing instructions in order to help treat that. So this is the Grip It flosser. It came set up already, but I went ahead and undid that so I could teach you how to set it up. So the first thing you want to do is open it. Like so. It already comes with 50 yards of floss. And so you're going to thread the end of the floss through the slot on the left side, and then around through the teeth right here and out this side. And you're gonna wrap it up and through the little prongs. These are the 2 prongs. So it just goes really nicely through there. And then you can pull it, and you're gonna wrap it down and back through this entrance on this side. and back through these little teeth right here. I'm gonna have a little extra, and then you're going to snap it closed. And this extra can go around this metal part right here. So whenever you're ready, you can just open it and pull more floss through. This Grip It flosser only weighs about 0.8 of an ounce or 22 grams. It's really lightweight and easy to maneuver, easy to set up. Once you set it up, you can just kind of get going. But whenever you floss with anything, you want to make sure you gently move it through the contact area, which is where two teeth meet. And so you want to gently seesaw it through. You don't want to just pop, 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 because that is a foul in basketball and can cause trauma to your gums, like a laceration, which is very painful and uncomfortable and takes some time to heal, so just avoid it. So again, you're just gonna seesaw it through the contact area. And then once you get into the contact area, you're going to want to kind of push and wrap it around the front side of this tooth, and then wrap it around the other side of the opposing tooth. For a better view on anterior teeth, you'll gently insert it through the contact area, and then you'll wrap it around that tooth like so, and move it up and down slowly and gently, and then you'll switch to the opposite tooth. So now we're on this tooth, and you're going to go ahead and do the same thing, kind of pull it so you get up and down and the floss kind of wraps to the tooth. So when flossing, you want to make sure you get into the sulcus or the pocket. It's a sulcus if it is under 3 millimeters when we probed, and it's a pocket whenever it's over 4. And you did have some 1, 2, 3, 4s, and 5s. And so you're gonna wrap it, get in that sulcus so you can get the food and the debris out. The food and the debris in the sulcus is like the key in basketball. In basketball, you can only remain in the key for 3 seconds, and you wanna make sure you get that food out as soon as possible, and you don't let it stay in there. So this is pretty easy to maneuver. I really think it'll help you with your hands and make you feel more comfortable and like you're flossing more efficiently. I will recommend, once you do a quadrant of flossing, that you either rinse as necessary. So if you see food or particles on there, go ahead and wipe it off, rinse it underwater. And then whenever you get to the second quadrant, because the teeth are divided into 4 quadrants. And so I would recommend, after finishing a quadrant, you go ahead and pop it open and just pull it like so, and it just moves the floss so you can get a new section. Then just close it, and you can either let it hang, put it back on the metal thing, tear it off. And then you're ready to start on the next quadrant. So again, you're gonna wanna insert it gently by seesawing. It's kind of like a crossover motion, you know? You want to kind of just rock it back and forth like a crossover. So you do have some area that you have spaces and some gum recession. And so in that area and where you have your bridge, I would recommend using Super Floss. And so Super Floss can thread underneath the bridge, and so you can move it back and forth in that space. In order to clean it properly, just make sure you do the C-shape wrapping and that you use a different part of floss each time. So today we reviewed your plaque index score. We talked about the importance of flossing and why it's necessary. And then we also went over how to use a Grip It flosser. Do you have any questions? If you do come up with any questions later, please feel free to call the office and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I am very confident in your abilities, and I know that you can win this game and improve your oral health and your overall health.